Hello, hello. Hopefully, y'all can see me. First time doing live stream here, so just trying to make sure everything works well. If anybody's out there, just type, hey, that you can see me and it's working. All right, what's up, Rayto? Hey, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. We'll hang out here for a couple of minutes and then I'll get a intro, give some people time to get in. Hey, Ryan, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, man. All right. How's the stream out there? So you guys are the first two to see this, so how's it look quality wise? Is this okay? You guys are testing out tonight. Good, awesome. Glad to hear it. Everybody having a good day so far? I know for me it's been a somewhat busy day. Work's not been too bad. It's been a little slower for work wise, but I'm getting some things ready around the house, so it's been a little busy doing that type of stuff. Hey Jen, thanks for stopping by. All right. Well, what I'm going to do now, since we got it working, I'm confirmed that it's working. I'm actually going to roll my intro real quick. So I'll be back here in just a second. All right. Oh, Jen, that's awesome. Did it come in, the massage gun? Oh, Reto, awesome. Knocking out a 15-mile run on the Appalachian Trail with 4,600 feet of vert. That's awesome, man. What shoes did you go with today? Oh, Jen, you're going to love that massage gun. It's so nice. So Jen, she's a subscriber, has an awesome YouTube channel about doing yoga and just great practice that way. But she bought the Recover Fun Plus massage gun that I had done a review on, and apparently it just came in today. So super cool. Hopefully she loves it. I know I absolutely do. My wife does too. We use it all the time. Rado knocked out the Appalachian Trail miles with the Torrent 2. I still haven't tried the Torrent 2 yet. I've got the Torrent 1 or the original version, but haven't got the second ones yet. I guess once I get back to running, I'll probably get a pair of them to give them a try because that shoe looks really exciting. I'm definitely intrigued by it just because the upper changed a little bit. All right. So I figured what I would do is basically I had some people ask over the last couple weeks kind of about me, kind of give a background kind of thing. So I figured I'd talk about that for a little bit, let you guys ask some questions as well. Anything, it doesn't have to be about me or running, just whatever. We're here to chat and hang out, so let's hang out. But so if you listen to the Adventure Jogger podcast or the other podcast that I was on, the Social Run, I kind of gave a background as well. But so for me, I really started running back, gosh, I don't even remember how old I was now. I was probably in like middle school. I ran track and it was only for all of maybe a month or two. We did a couple of practices and our very first meet. I remember running around, it was a 400-meter race and I was coming around the last turn of the track and something happened. I don't know if like my ankle gave out or what, but I remember I fell. And when I fell, I was probably like 7, 8 years old. I don't know how old. I guess I was younger than middle school. I was young. I don't know how old it was, no clue. Could have been 10, I don't know. But anyway, I fell and hated it and just quit right then. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done with this. And pretty much gave up running for the next, I don't know, 10, 12 years. I didn't really do any running until, let's see, it probably would have been like 2005, maybe 2006. I wanted to do something to get healthy, really. I had some friends, we had been working out in the gym, and I wanted to do some cardio. So I picked up running. My sister had been running and doing, 5K, 10Ks, things like that. And I thought, I'll do some with her. So I did, and just did that basically. I think the furthest I ran was really at that point maybe a 10-mile race, 7 or 10 miles. I don't know. It wasn't much. I mean, I was probably only running 20 miles a week, if that. It wasn't much. But I was young and didn't know a lot and got injured. I injured my IT band in a race running way too fast down a hill and overstriding and extending. Uh, it was crazy. But after, let's see, so that was like 2005 through maybe 2007, and then 2008 I joined the Army and went to basic training. I was an officer candidate, so I went to become an officer, and we had to run in the Army a lot, so I got back into it then. And when I was in officer school, we had groups. So there was like an A group, a B group, and a C group, and a D group, and it was dependent on how fast you ran. So I was in the A group, and we went out with a every morning whenever we ran, we'd go out and our cadre, which is the guy that was in charge of us basically for that PT segment, we would he'd take us out at like a 6 minute pace. I mean, I'm not talking like 6:50, but like a 6 minute flat pace and run us into the ground for 3 to 5 miles. It was crazy. So I got back into running then and ran all through the Army because you're required to do PT pretty much every morning. And did that. And then basically, when I got out of the Army and out of active duty in 2012, I pretty much gave up running again. I was like, I'm sick of being told to run and forced to do it. Don't want to do it anymore. So I didn't for a long time. I didn't really pick up running again until, I ran off and on, uh, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times a month here and there, and then I'd pick it up and drop it again. But I didn't really pick it up seriously until 2017. And then 2017, I had my brother-in-law, the one that paced me at the no business race, if you guys remember him. But he asked me to go run a race out in Oregon with them. It was a relay race. So I said, sure, that sounds a lot of fun. So I trained for it and got back into running and had a blast out there in Oregon. It was my first time running out west. It was beautiful. It was like 105 degrees though. It was crazy hot, and there was like a forest fire going on. So there was smoke all over the place. It was just, it was tough, very tough. And that got me to running currently. So that's how I got to where I am, and didn't start running into ultras yet. I'll get into that here in a second, but I see I got a couple of questions here, I think. Let's see. Jen said it'd be cool to tell yourself when you started what you do now. Tell yourself when you started what you do now. Oh, okay, yeah. Like imagine telling yourself in 2006 that you'd be doing an ultra. Yeah, that's crazy, Jen. Like if I was to go back to my 2006 self running a 5K, and farthest I ever ran probably was like 7, 8 miles. That's Yeah, I couldn't even fathom that. I didn't even know what ultra running was. Uh, hey, Kelly Benedetti made it. What's up, Kelly? Welcome to the hangout here. Actually, there's a funny story in the ultra running community or world. There's this guy that's a legend, basically, Ray Krolowitz, and I raced car. So back up a little bit again, I guess. 2005, 2007, actually 2004 through 2007, I raced cars. I raced autocross, time trials, road racing, all sorts of stuff. So racing cars, I had a lot of friends in that. And one of the guys that I was racing with, his dad was Ray Krolowitz, who is this ultra running legend. And we'd be at racetracks and getting our cars ready before the race, and there'd be Ray on the racetrack running around Daytona International Speedway getting his miles in, and all we knew at that point, or all I knew, was that he was some crazy running guy who has like 100-mile records or something like that. But when I actually got into ultra running in 2018 and found out more about who he was and what he's done, I was like, wow, this dude's pretty stinking amazing. So that was just really cool, kind of just I knew an amazing ultra runner before I even knew what ultra running was, and didn't even really know who he was. But pretty cool though. So my first ultra was in 2018, and leading up to that, I went to, let's see, I did 3 half marathon road races. I was a road runner only, and then this race came up, this ultra that I wanted to do, and what really got me into ultras were watching YouTube videos by Billy Yang. If you guys don't know who Billy Yang is, check out his YouTube videos. Is an amazing filmmaker. It tells a story just phenomenally and just beautiful footage. So I watched some of his videos and that got me hooked on wanting to get into that sport. And so I found a race that was close by, the Ozone Endurance Challenge, and I picked the 24 hours. So this race is a timed event. It's not a distance, but a time. You run as much as you can in that time. So there was like a 6 hour all the way up to a 96 hour, which is insane. But I picked the 24 hour, and my goal was to run 50 miles. So in training, I trained for a 50-mile race. The longest distance I ran was 20. I did a marathon, a trail marathon, just in training. It wasn't even a race, just a training run. I did one, and I think leading up to that race, I did maybe two or three 50-mile to 55-mile weeks in training, so not a whole lot. Um, but then Ray Krolowitz, the guy I was talking about. Hey, running geek girl, welcome. Glad you could join us. But so Ray sent me a message on Facebook and was like, hey, you could just go for 100 miles. It's only a 14-minute pace. And I was thinking, 14 minutes, that doesn't sound bad, I mean, why not? I'll give it a shot. So I kind of didn't really tell anybody that except for my crew, which was my wife and my brother-in-law again. He's been at most of these actually, looking back at it. Thank you, Brandon. And my wife, of course, thank you. So I told them, and uh, I went for it. And, 24 hours, I started the race strong and probably a little too strong. I did the first 50 miles in like 10 and a half hours. And then once I got to mile like 70, 72, I was cramping really bad, had to take like 30 minutes with the physical therapist that was there to work out some kinks in my hamstrings that were cramping up. And it was a battle. It was a struggle, but I did finish the 24-hour race. I stopped at 100 miles. I did that in 23:13, 23 hours and 13 minutes, and I was able to get it done. I won the race surprisingly, completely surprised by that. Hey, what's up, Platts? Welcome, man. And Chris, hey, Chris. Can't stay, folks, at work. Wanted to come in and say hi. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it, man. You're also an inspiration with that backyard marathon, dude. Can't wait to see what you got coming on your channel too, man. So that was my first ultra, the Ozone Endurance Challenge. That was in June of 2018. And let's see, 2018. That was June. I'm trying to think here. I didn't do any other ultra races. I did some training runs that fall and winter that were, in that 27 to 30 mile range. But then my next ultra was a 50K. That was the Cloudland Canyon 50K in Georgia. Did that one, had a lot of fun. And then I did the Georgia Death Race in March of 2019. That's a 72-mile race with like I think it had 16,000 feet of elevation gain and descent, so it was a tough race. A lot of fun. But see ya, Chris. Really appreciate you coming by, man. CL Furlong, Chris. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Running Geek Girl, congrats on your win. Oh, yeah, congrats on that. That's awesome. I don't know if you guys can hear in the background. If so, my wife just got on the treadmill. She's got to knock out her miles right now, so hopefully you guys can't really hear that too much. But if so, she's got to get her miles in. Oh, well. So my wife, she just yelled to me from the room. She's like, "No, I can't hear the treadmill through the TV," so she's watching me. uh, hey, Jesse from Northern California. Awesome, man. Hey, I hope you weren't affected by any of the wildfires. But thank you for checking out the live stream, man. I appreciate it. So I'll get back to, I guess, my story a little bit, but my running story. So the Georgia Death Race, 72 miles, 16,000 feet of gain. It was very tough. I just remember the crazy thing about that race is you have to carry a railroad spike the entire race. So I'm carrying that on top of my other weight throughout this race. I did it in just over 20 hours, but at the end of this race, we have to go up Amicalola Falls, which is it's in Georgia if you're familiar with it. But there's these stairs that go up the side, and it was like something like 600 or 900 stairs. It was ridiculous on super tired legs. And I'm literally like on all fours, leaning forward with my hands on the metal, like pulling myself forward. I was destroyed. But I finished and it was, got it done. So it was good. So that was I guess my third official ultra marathon. And then let's see, that was March. What did I do after that? I'm kind of looking at my medals over there on the wall right now, trying to remember. I've done so many different races, done a lot of different Ragnar races, road relays, trail relays. Those are a lot of fun. If you've never done a Ragnar relay or any type of relay race, whether it's road where you're in a van with a bunch of people or at a trail, there's so much fun. I totally recommend doing one. Like it's crazy. Like I've met so many people that I didn't know otherwise before these races, and they'd fly across the country, and we'd all get in a van as complete strangers basically and ride around and trust each other for the next 24 hours. Um, but they're so much fun. If you haven't done one, totally give it a shot. They're a lot of fun. Let's hold on a second here. Kelly says, sorry if I've already answered this, but what is my absolute favorite epic race? Oh man, absolute favorite epic race. That's a good question, Kelly. Huh. Well, I think I've got two that are like really memorable. One being the first race I did, the Ozone Endurance Challenge, which I did that. Just that's really memorable because it was my first ultra. I was able to do 100 miles in under 24 hours, and I was able to win the race. So that really is like an important one to me. That's why I got the buckle tattooed on my calf. The No Business 100 that I just did is also an epic, awesome race to me personally because of what I did. I wasn't fast. It was 27 hours and 6 minutes. I think I was like 30th to 31st place. But being on a rolled ankle for 83-ish miles and still going on, I'm super proud of that. Like, that means a lot. Just doing it means a lot. So that's probably up there as the top race. One of my best adventures, though, outside of that, would be the Smokey Challenge Adventure Run. It's not a race. So the Smokey Challenge Adventure Run is an ultra that people do anytime they want to. It's not a race. It's an adventure run, and it runs through the entire length of the Smoky Mountain National Park on the Tennessee and North Carolina border. So it's 72 miles with over 18,000 feet of elevation gain and 18,000 feet of descent. There's a lot of bears, a lot of boar, brutal, very technical terrain, a lot of rocks, um, just crazy. It's a tough race. It's or not race. It's a tough thing because you go from where I started it at Fontana Dam. I couldn't see any crew until I got to Clingman's Dome. So that was 32 miles, and we started at 2 a.m. It was pitch black. We're going through hearing boar and bear. And then from Clingman's Dome, we made it to Newfound, and then I got super tired, and it was just because I didn't have any, like literally zero sleep the night before we started. And I was able to get to the end where I was trying to do it twice to set the FKT, the fastest known time. I was trying to do that, but I made it one way to the finish at Davenport Gap where I was supposed to turn around and do it again, but I was way too exhausted. The train was too technical and it would not have been safe for me to go on, so I chose to bail out. But that experience was amazing. It's something I'm going to do again. I'm absolutely going to do SCAR, the Smoky Challenge Adventure Run. We call it SCAR. I'm going to do that again at some point. I may even give the double a shot again, much to my wife's dismay. But no, she totally supports me doing it. But it is just a very, it's a big commitment in training and time in the training. So it's a sacrifice on her part as well as the kids and everybody. So doing it once, I can do that, but doing it twice, that's where the big commitment is. So we'll see. Let me catch up here on some of these. comments here. Kelly, in response to that, asked, did I just say I won my first ultra, which was a 100 miler? Yes. Ozone Endurance Challenge, I got very lucky. I won by like, I think it was 6 miles. It's so if you didn't hear Kelly, it's a loop race. It's a 2 mile loop around a lake, and you have 24 hours to run as much as you want. I got to my goal of 100 miles in 23 hours and change, and I said, I'm done, no more. And the next guy, I think, had like 94. He might have had 96 miles. I don't remember. But yeah, I did win it. I got lucky. At the time, it was a Tennessee state record for a trail race, but I think it's been beaten now because it wasn't fast. I just got lucky. But yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Let's see here. And then Jesse Wilson says, what made me get into ultras? So you missed it. I talked about it at the beginning, but real quick recap is basically Billy Yang. If you're not familiar, Jesse, check out Billy Yang on YouTube. He has amazing videos about ultra running. He does a lot of them on Western states, which are I watch those. If you want to watch one Billy Yang film, I would watch The Why, which is a why run 100 miles essentially, and then also From Squaw to Auburn is the name of the video. So check those out. And then let's see here. Kelly says she absolutely loves Ragnar races. Wound up being an accidental ultra team. Nice. That we had to drop out after 20 miles each because we were out of shape. Oh no. That's still cool though that you were able to do it. Those are so fun. We did an ultra. Um, let's see, it was at the trail. We did the Ragnar Kentuckiana Trail in 2000. Well, we did it in 2018 as a regular team, and then 2019 as an ultra. And we actually were able to win that overall as the ultra team. We had this one guy from Oregon on our team who was like crazy fast, and he was like our ringer. But it was a lot of fun. Let's see here. Run Free and Strong. Rado asks, what are my top 3 bucket list ultras that you haven't done yet? Great question. Hey, Josh M, thanks for joining too. I see you down there. Hey, John. John is here. John Kuhn. And the Kevin and Josh M podcast. Yo, what's up, guys? And Kumish77 from Michigan. All right, so top 3 ultras that are on my bucket list. First one is Western States. Western States Endurance Run. It's the oldest 100 mile in America, maybe the world, honestly. I don't remember. I'd have to look into that, but it's basically, if you're not too familiar with ultra running, it's kind of like the Super Bowl of ultra marathons. All the top elite runners go there, and if you win that, you're like the best, basically. I have no aspirations of winning because those guys, let's just say that Jim Walmsley won it last year in 14 hours and I want to say 30 minutes for 100 miles, and you're talking 18,000 feet of elevation gain. So crazy, like just totally insane. So I would just hope to finish that one and maybe do a sub 24 and get that gold buckle would be awesome, or the silver buckle. Let's see. So Western States is on the list. Um, I would really like to do UTMB as well, the Ultra Trail du Mont Blanc over in Chamonix. That one is just gorgeous, some of the most beautiful scenery in the world, honestly. And that's a tough race. I mean, you're talking, I think that's like 33,000 feet of elevation gain. Uh, Rado with Run Free and Strong, he may know because you were from over in that area, I believe. But it's a beautiful race. So those two, and then the third is another crazy race is the Barclay Marathons. If you're not familiar with Barclay Marathons, watch go on Amazon Prime, the Barclay Marathon's The Race That Eats Its Young, or there's the one that was done by the Ginger Runner, Ethan Newberry on Gary Robbins. Check that out. But those are crazy races. I can tell you more about them if you want, but that's a crazy race. That's one that is on my bucket list that if I ever get in and do it, I might be regretting. Let's see. Kelly says Scar sounds absolutely incredible. It is beautiful. If you haven't watched it, Kelly, I did put a video together on Scar. It was back in June, I believe. So go back and check June. Um, and yeah, I think it was middle of June is when I put that out because we did Scar on Father's Day. It was me, my buddy Kevin, but he got hurt along the way, so he dropped out. But Let's see here. John Kuhn says Billy Yang is amazing. Yeah, Billy Yang, his filmmaking and his storytelling. Joshim and Kevin, Kevin Esconde, or Kevin E, I'll call you that. If you guys haven't watched any of Billy Yang stuff, especially Joshim, I know you love storytelling. He tells a story unlike anyone else. It's amazing. It's a work of art. So I think so. Let's see here. Kumish says, enjoyed your no business video. If I ever run 100, if he ever runs 100, it's in his top three. I run Yamacraw and love that area. Oh, cool. I was supposed to run Yamacraw this month, but it got canceled due to, well, it's originally in April, then it got deferred to November because of COVID, and then it's also been canceled this year. So I am deferred again to 2021 for the Yamacraw, and that's a 50K in Kentucky. I'm probably not going to be able to do it. I'm going to try. I need to talk to the race director and see if I can transfer again. My wife is a race director, and she has let's see, it's a 5K, 10K, and a half marathon, a road race that she's putting on the same date as Yamacraw in 2021. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to be I'm going to be documenting the race. Basically, I'll be taking video for promotional for the next couple years as well. So I'll be there for that. But hopefully I can work it out to where I can either run it in 2022 or maybe even transfer it over to the No Business 100 because I do plan to run that again in next year. Not a bad. Let's see here. Catching up on some comments. Rado says top, very cool list. Totally different ultras. Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, not a bad list. Yeah, anything that Laz does is crazy. That is right, dude. Let's see. Jesse Wilson, what's one piece of advice to give a newbie like me doing their first ultra, nervous but excited? Let's see. What did you say, Jesse? What distance are you doing? That'll change what my advice is. What are you doing? A 50K, 50 miler, 100 miler, 100K? What are you doing? While I wait for this YouTube chat to refresh for me because I'm a little behind, I guess. But if you're not familiar with the Barclay Marathons, go check that out because it's a race that is about, they call it a 100-mile race, but it's probably closer to 130 miles, and you summit the elevation gain total. It's like summit ever. I can't even talk tonight. Summit Everett. I can't even say that word. Summiting Everest. There we go. I got it twice. It's over 60,000 feet of elevation gain here in the mountains of Tennessee, where I train at Frozen Head State Park. Um, it's crazy. There's no GPS allowed. You're off trail for probably 60% of the race, maybe 70% of the race, down inclines that are 40, 50% grade. Rat Jaw that I've done at the Barclay Fall Classic, they do that. It's crazy. Let's just say for the race, it's been going on for like 30 years, and there's only been 15 people in the history of the race that have finished the entire thing. So it's considered by many and most, I would say, to be the toughest ultramarathon in the world. So little history there, or background on the race. All right, let's see. Jesse says he's doing a 50K. All right, so a 50K, what I would recommend for somebody doing their first 50K? That's a great question. I would say go in with not an expectation of finishing, and not finishing, but an expectation of like pace. Like don't go in thinking I need to hit 10-minute miles every mile and I'm going to finish in 5 hours. Just go in and enjoy it. Get your experience, your ultra experience. Um, it's a big feat, man. I mean, I don't know your running history if you've run marathons or half marathons or what you've done, but a 50K is it's a big deal, I mean, getting that extra mileage in there and enjoy it. Enjoy the process. You're gonna feel some discomfort for sure. Hydrate and eat is the main things, Stay on top of the hydration, stay on top of your nutrition, and you'll have fun, you'll do it, you'll have fun, you'll complete it, and I wish you luck, man. What race are you doing, Jesse? Let me know down in the comments what race it is. Kelly has her first ultra this Friday or this Saturday. That's right. I know you told me, Kelly, and I'm so sorry, but I forgot the name of the race. What race are you doing, Kelly? And let's see, Rock Pal says, how is BFC? He's in this coming year. Oh, cool. Let's see. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it, man. Rock. So BFC, I've done it twice. BFC is the Barclay Fall Classic. That's put on by Lazarus Lake, who puts on the Barclay Marathons. It's at the same park as the Barclay Marathons. 2019 was it was tough, but it wasn't crazy. Honestly, I was expecting some navigation where I would have to maybe use a compass, but did have to pull out my map once in 2019. Didn't use a compass at all. Mainly because I know that park really well, like the back of my hand. I've trained at that park well over 700 miles. I know that park, but all of it last year was on trail except for the three off-trail climbs. So if you've watched any of the videos, you know where to go basically. This year, on the other hand, was much tougher because it was basically a self-supported event. They did have, let's see, one, two, three, I think three, maybe four water drops. But there was no aid as far as nutrition. You had to carry all your own nutrition the entire race. Um, there's never been any kind of support crew. Usually you're allowed to have poles at the decision point, which is kind of what they consider at the marathon distance, but there were no poles this year. So we had to carry everything. So my pack at the start of this race this year was almost 11 pounds, right? I think it was 11 pounds. And it was tough because we had to do Rat Jaw twice. We had to go up that beast twice, which is like a mile, and it's 2,000 feet of elevation gain in a mile. So, I mean, I think it's probably 60 to 70% elevation, or not elevation, 60 to 70% of a grade incline at times, and it's through 7 foot tall sawbriars. So, rock, it's tough. I mean, every year Laz tries to make it more difficult, so I hate to see what's in store for you guys next year. I can only imagine what he has in plan or in store for next year. I might be there volunteering at last minute. If for some reason they need people, I might get in as well. Who knows? Because I live close by. But best of luck to you, Rock. It's a fun race. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. Kiara, hey, what's up, Kiara? Welcome. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. There's Kevin E. What's up, man? Run Ready Reviews. Hey, man, thanks for joining. I appreciate you checking it out. Kelly says the hamster wheel. The hamster wheel. Oh, right, because I think it's a loop one, right? Let's see. I made up a board of times and mantras with a shout out to my favorite YouTube channels on it. I'm on there. Oh, cool. Thank you, Kelly. That means a lot. Thank you. I'll get you some new subscribers. Yes, do it. I wish I could like give you some of these. Oh, check it out. So my stickers came in today, or yesterday. I ordered some stickers from my channel. They came in later than the other stuff, but this is the die cut sticker. There's two different types of stickers you can get on my store. One is like a square, and then there's this one here, which is cut out around it essentially, but it's pretty awesome, I think. So I can't wait to put one of those on my van and one on a cooler, and I'll give some of them away probably. But so Kelly, the hamster wheel, it's a loop, but how long is the loop on that? Is it like a 5 mile, 10 mile loop course? I can't remember. And then let's see. No problem. I'm doing well, Kiara. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good day and are having a good evening so far. And there's my mom. Hey, mom. So that's funny. Oh, and also here's the shirt. I don't know if you can see it. That's the UltraTrailSteven Premium Men's Tee. Down below in the description, there should be a link to the store, by the way, if you guys want to check any of the stuff out. Uh, so let's see. Getting back to my running a little bit. So let's see. Where did I leave off? I think I left off at the Smokey Challenge Adventure. No, that was this year. So I did Scar. So back to 2019. After the summer, I did, let's see, it was the Rough Trail 50K. That was in Kentucky in the Red River Gorge in November. And that's a tough 50K. It was like 7,500 feet of elevation gain. But it was a lot of fun. I actually did pretty well on that one. I finished ninth overall at that one, so I was super happy with that. And then in December of 2019, I did the Hey William. Yeah, this hat's pretty awesome. William D down there, if you don't know, he's the guy that designed this hat for one of the events we put on last year. Well, that was this year. That was this year. Um, but anyway, so the bell I did the Bell Ringer 50K in December, and that's a fun race here in Tennessee. It's not too hard. It's really runnable. Only like 3,500 feet of elevation gain. And I did, let's see here. I think I'd finished, I actually did really well at that race. I finished fifth overall at that race. That was my PR to 50K, which that race is one that I would love to train for and go back and try to win because the winner of that race, we had no clue, but when they did the awards, the winner of that race won a free cruise for two people for like 3 nights. I was like, shoot, that'd be awesome. So I just got to get quite a bit faster. So let's see here. Is that the state? Kiara asked if that's the state of Tennessee on the shirt. Yes, it is. Yep, the state of Tennessee, because I live in Tennessee, and that's where a lot of my training and running takes place. So I put it on there. Or Greg, actually, Greg Pirtle's the one that designed it. But he put it on there, and I thought it looked pretty awesome. So yes, that is the state of Tennessee. And let's see, Run Ready Reviews ask, what are my recommendations on growing as a small running YouTube channel? That's a good one, man. So I think for any channel, doesn't matter if it's running or whatever it is, but I think one of the main things is being consistent. And by being consistent, I mean when you release your videos or your schedule. Like for me, I now do, and I've been doing it since I think it was the middle of September, or no, it's been early September, maybe the end of August. I've been releasing a video every single day at 8 a.m. So people know when to expect a video from me. Whether you do one video a week, two videos a week, maybe three videos a week, or you do every day, if you have a consistent time you release those, that's a big thing. When what helped me grow really well, I think, is the daily videos because it's more opportunities for people to get an impression of your thumbnail essentially, and then click on it, see your stuff. So if you put more videos out, you have more opportunities for people to watch those videos. Not saying you don't have to put out a video every day. You can do it once a week. There's people that do once a week and have millions of subscribers. So yeah, I think just be consistent, work on good, put out good content, which I've watched your videos. You have good content there for sure. So just work on, I guess, yeah, consistency is what I would say, and just get involved in the community. I know for me, I get involved with, all these folks in the chat here. I pretty much follow every one of them on or subscribe to them on YouTube, and we watch each other's videos, and then, other people see our comments and click on us, and we grow that way kind of as a community. So yeah, that's my recommendations. Kelly says her 50K is a 4 mile loop. Okay, 4 miles, cool. So I know you've got a good plan. You and your husband have watched the how to crew an ultra video, so you'll do well, Kelly. I've seen your training on Strava. You're totally prepared and ready. So go out there, kick some butt, have fun, enjoy the process, and just enjoy it. Let's see, the Moses Monroe. What's up, the Moses Monroe? Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. He asks, what do you do for stretching/injury prevention? Great question. So for stretching, I've got a YouTube video that I put out, I want to say it might have been towards the end of May or maybe in June, but it's on my stretching exercises that I do after every single run. So I'm one of those weird people, that stretches after every run. And I've got a routine that I do, and I did a video. It's got me and my wife in the video. So you can go back and check that out on the channel. I'll try to find it, and I can link it to you guys. Let's see if I can do that real quick. I don't want to take away from that here, but let's see. I'll see how quick I can do that stretch. All right, there's my video. How can I copy this? Let's see here. Where's the link? Where's the link? Give me the link. There it is. All right, here you go. At the Moses Monroe. Here's the link right here to the video in the chat. That's my stretching routine. So for injury prevention, I'm injured right now, but not due to like overtraining. It was a rolled ankle. So nothing really I could have done to prevent that, especially the way I was running. But for injury prevention, I other than running, I work out at least twice a week, and then I also do yoga. I've got a strength training routine that I do, which is mainly from around or made from exercises that a physical therapist gave me back when I was dealing with my actually it was from my last ankle roll back in 2018. I had weakness in my left ankle that then caused problems in my right hip piriformis area. So I went to see a PT and he gave me lots of exercises, and I pretty much do a lot of that now, which is basically, I do some weighted squats, I do these hip exercises, clamshells, piriformis exercises. I'm going to put a video together once I get healed enough from this injury right now, my ankle injury. I'll put a video together of kind of what my strength routine is and also kind of my rehab that I start doing on the ankle. So check that stuff out for sure. But strength training is so important, excuse me, for us runners. So for injury prevention, you got to be doing some kind of strength training, especially that lower trunk. The core as well, of course, but the lower trunk, get that strong. Uh, you know, it all starts in the hips and the glutes. So if you have weak hips and glutes, you're going to have problems down the leg, including into your feet. So that's what I do, and I totally recommend doing that. Let's see. Oh, cool, Kiara, you're from Tennessee. Awesome. That's too cool. I'm from the kind of the Cumberland Plateau, if you know where that is, kind of Middle East Tennessee. Kevin, thank you, man. That's a cool design. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, Greg did an awesome job on the logo. And it was totally out of the blue too. Like he asked me, he sent me a message once on Facebook Messenger if if I ever thought about doing like a merchandise store, and I said, I've thought about it. And then the next thing I get is a an image he's worked up of a logo. I'm like, dude, this is so cool. And we talked back and forth, and he made a few changes for me that I asked, and it's just awesome. So yeah, I love the logo too. Let's see here. All right, Run Ready Reviews asked, how do you do that? I find it hard to post that consistently. So for me, posting a video every day, it is tough, but I've got the benefit of I work from home. This where we're at right now, my YouTube studio. This is my office. This is where I do my job. So uh, if I get a slow moment at work, I'll work on editing a video. I might even film a video. So I'm able to do that. And the daily vlogs that I do, for the most part, I'm able to edit and render that video. I use DaVinci Resolve, so I'm able to render that video, the whole process in about an hour, probably a little less than an hour. Including the filming, we're probably right at an hour. But then I gotta upload it. I've got all my description basically is saved as a preset in YouTube, so I don't have to put that in every time. I just have to change the very top of it. And maybe if I add different types of music, I'll put that in. And then I got to tag it. So, the SEO doesn't take too long. But, I would say it takes me the whole process, uploading and everything, is probably an hour and a half. So it does take a good bit of time, but it's just something that I wanted to do, and I kind of made a commitment to do it. Um, the daily videos thing. So it's working really well for my channel. So that's one reason I'm continuing to do it. I mean, I had almost 200 subscribers in the month of October alone. And I think a big part of that was the daily videos, and the no business video, of course, was huge for that. But um, yeah, you just gotta prioritize, I guess. I try to get. I hope none of my work. I hope none of my coworkers are watching, or my boss. But I try to get most of it done during the workday. Um, if I have a slow time, like I said, I'll edit and do it all during the workday so that come 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30, I'll be done in my office and I can go upstairs and spend time with the family. And I work from home, so I do my lunches are upstairs with the family. So I'm seeing the kids, helping my wife get lunch ready, things like that. But after work, when I go upstairs, I try to spend time with the family until the kids go to bed. And then if I have to edit, there's been many, many, many nights where I've been down here in my office after 8 o'clock till 10:30, editing a video and uploading it to YouTube, just trying to get that ready for the next day. And my wife will be upstairs watching something on TV, or she'll be on the treadmill like she is right now. You know, it's we make it work, but it's not too bad. Yeah, it's just I guess you gotta figure out if it's something you want to do really, because if you don't want to do it and you're not passionate about it, it'll show in your product and your content that you put out. So uh, if you're passionate about it, give it a shot. If you're not and you want to do one video a week, do one video a week. You know, nobody says you gotta do it every day. Let's see here. Let me catch up on some of these video questions here. Jesse Wilson started following me after my appearance on Ryan Clayton. Oh, dude, awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, Ryan, his channel is awesome. Ryan Clayton, his videos are just amazing. Like that, he's got such great talent in editing those videos, the filming, everything. So yeah, if you don't follow Ryan Clayton, definitely should check his stuff out. He's cool. Let's see here. Run Ready Reviews got to get you monetized. Yeah, that would be nice, but I think I'll get to 1,000 subscribers well before I get to the 4,000 watch hours. October was good for me. I had 651 hours of watch time, so that was really good for me. But I don't expect November to be that way. Well, with me being injured, not being able to put out a lot of trail running videos. I don't have any big races coming out, but I do have the Georgia Death Race this weekend that I'm going to crew at. So I'm going to try to put a good video for that, kind of on the crew aspect, and maybe some of the just a race video. So hopefully that'll help, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the plan, man. Like I do this YouTube channel because one, I love running and I wanted to share that with everybody. And maybe if by some chance I could help somebody, that's what it's all about. Kind of build this community and get other people involved in trail running. But also, a big goal for me is to at one day be basically like Seth James Damore. If you guys don't know him, I want to do this full time. I want this to be uh, my main source of income, where I can quit my job I have now one day maybe, and do this full time, support my family, and do something I absolutely love and am so passionate about. So yeah, that would be awesome. Let's see here. Praying for a speedy recovery. Yes, thank you, Kiara. I am too. Definitely, it's going well. My ankle recovery. I'll give you an update on the ankle. The recovery is going pretty well. It's feeling good. The swelling is probably all gone. I don't have to elevate my foot anymore, which is nice. I was getting so tired of having to sit in this chair, leaning over here and have my foot up and trying to type. It was not fun, but it's feeling good. I've still got some bruising down by the toes, which is odd. I don't know why, but I guess just from something to do with the ankle roll. The ankle itself is very stiff as far as my flexibility. I'm trying to do some stuff every once in a while to increase that, but I don't want to do too much right now. But it's going well. I'm doing some crazy stuff that I've done before. Comfrey Poultice, if you're not familiar with that, I'll put a video together on that because I really think that stuff works like amazingly, and helps heal bone and ligament injuries and damage. So yeah, I need to do that. I need to do a video for that for sure. So look out for that maybe next week. But yeah, it's ankle's doing well. Let's see here. Gonna have to go back in the archives. I missed a lot. Great videos. Yeah, Kelly, you've been a subscriber for quite a while. Quite a while. I think my first video, I answered this in one of the questions earlier from a vlog yesterday. I answered it in the vlog, but my first video I published was in May. I think it was May 15th, I believe, of this year, 2012. And then I was only putting out maybe one video a week, maybe two sometimes until end of August, I think. But I started with 0 subscribers May 15th, and I think it was somebody asked this. That's the only reason I know this right now. I think it was June 6th, June 6th or 13th. I had 104 subscribers. So I got my first 100 subscribers in right at a month. So it was pretty good. But yeah, I got quite a few videos out there that hopefully will be pretty good. I got some playlists for running tips and injury prevention. You can check that out. Shoe reviews, gear reviews, trail running videos, all sorts of stuff. Oh, cool. Kiara's from Clarksville. Awesome. I've got several friends in Clarksville. Michael Cross. Late, but he made it. My leg is healing well. Hopefully you just heard my recap on the ankle right there. But thank you for coming, Michael. I appreciate you stopping by. Rata with Run Free and Strong says the benefits of working from home. Yes, dude, it's great. Working from home is awesome, and it's not just COVID. I've been working from home now, gosh, for close to 2 years now. Well, I've always worked, well, not always, but I've worked from home for 8 or 9 years, but I was still driving and out doing things. But now I work solely from home in an office, and I've done that for about 2 years, and it's awesome. I really like it. I'm definitely blessed. Kelly says she's going to need to buy a treadmill soon. Do I have any recommendations? Um, I don't know. Like I have a Nordic Track right now, a Nordic Track X11i. It's an incline trainer. I got that because a lot of the races I do are vert intensive because I really enjoy hard things. Do hard things is my thing, says on the shirt. So um, that's a good treadmill. I like it. There's some bad reviews on some of them though, as far as their warranty work and their service work is very difficult to get done, and I can attest to that because I have had some work done on my treadmill, and it's taken months to get it done. So Nordic Track is okay, but maybe see what else is out there. I don't really have a lot of experience with treadmills. We had one before that. I honestly don't remember the brand. It may have been a Nordic Track too. Um, I don't know, but my wife just yelled Nordic Track. So yes, it was Nordic Track, but both of my treadmills I bought used, by the way, off of Craigslist, I think. So I totally recommend looking at Craigslist because that's something that you don't need to go out and spend money on a brand new treadmill because I would say probably, this is just totally guessing. I have no stats to back this up, but probably like 80% of treadmills that get purchased hardly have any miles on them because people buy them with the idea of, oh, I'm gonna run and do this, and then it ends up being a closet with clothes hanging on it and boxes stacked up on it. So definitely check out Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. You can find some good treadmills. A lot of them now with the digital displays have hour meters where you can see how much that treadmill's been used, so you can see if they've been using that treadmill a lot. So give that a shot. Hey, John, John's Conscious Life. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. John is a fellow vegan. Run Ready Reviews ask if I ever use Zwift. No, I don't. Never used it. Um, I got plenty of buddies that are on that, but no, I've never tried it. It looks cool though. I just no, never looked into it. Thor runs. Hey, Thor. Just wanted to say hi. Hope it's many of first live streams. Yeah, hopefully maybe we'll do some more live streams in the future. This is going pretty well. So thank you for stopping by, Thor. I really appreciate it. Glad you could stop by. I think it was you that said you were working or something. But anyway, thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. John's been working from home since mid-March, and I'm dreading going back to the office. Yeah. So the company I work for is based out of Ohio, and I'm a remote employee, so my job is always in the field. I won't have to go into an office. But for those that were in the home office, ever since COVID, they've been at home, and now they're just starting to bring people back into the office on a volunteer basis. They're allowing it, and I'm going to be curious to see if they change their stance because people were always asking if they could work from home, but the company never allowed it unless you were a specific remote employee like I am. But I'll be very curious to see if they change their stance on it now after COVID because everyone's been working from home and it's worked out really well. So who knows? Maybe a lot of companies will change that. Run Ready Reviews has been an online school, much more time he gets to work out while being remote. Yeah, it's great. Like one of the I guess there's two benefits of COVID, of coronavirus. Hate to say that, but people working from home, finding out different things in their life and trying new things and change. And then for races, later race times. I've loved that. I mean, the No Business 100 didn't start till 10 a.m. and that was phenomenal. That was great. So my wife's coming in. You can come say hi. She just got done with her 4 mile run on the treadmill. She can't hear you guys. So I don't have speakers on the computer, just this headset here, but you gotta lean it. Or it's delayed. It's delayed. It's delayed. She's here, but you can't see her yet. So there she is. There she is. She just did 4 miles on the treadmill. Had an easy run, I think, right? Easy run. Easy run. So yeah. So anyway, hey. So it's kind of weird with her over my shoulder right here, though. No. No. Um, let's see here. Jesse Wilson asked, "Do I have a lot of races that were canceled this year due to COVID?" Um, Not too many. I didn't have a lot registered. Let's see. I had the Yamacraw, which was supposed to be in April. That got postponed to November, and then it did get canceled. I had can you, I had the Laurel Highlands 70.5 miler as well. That was in June. That's a Western States qualifying race. That's why I had that one on the schedule. That got postponed to September, but I did not run that race because it was right after BFC and it just wouldn't have worked with my schedule. So I deferred to 2021, so I'll be in that. And then let's see. I think that was the only races I had personally that got postponed or scheduled. I didn't schedule too many this year. It's kind of another piece of advice I would give to new ultra runners. So like Jesse and Kelly, you guys asked kind of advice, but um, William always with the smarts there. Yeah, that's my wife coming in out of the office. I need to get the can of WD-40 out. Um, but the piece of advice I would give to new ultra runners is, gosh, what was I going to say now? Oh, don't register for too many races. Just take your time. Like when I first started, it was run ready reviews. Yes, thanks for coming, man. I appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us. Hope to see you in the next one, man. But don't register for too many races and think you got to go out and do all these races at once. Because one, it can lead to burnout if you do too much, and two, it can lead to overtraining and you can get injured. But just enjoy it. So Kelly says her chat is lagging. Oh, I hope it's not me lagging, but oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Kelly. Thank you so much. But yeah, just enjoy the process. You don't have to get everything done. You can go 50K to 50 miler to 100K to 100 miler, or you can be a complete idiot like me and go from half marathon to a 100 miler. Um, I don't recommend that because the 100 miler, I did win the race and it was a good race, but I wasn't trained for it and I paid for that because I could not run for three weeks after that 100 miler. And I'm not joking, I could not stand up on my own power without falling over if I didn't have my wife balancing me, like grabbing me by the shoulders and balancing me for 3 days. I had no balance. My feet were like this big around. It was bad. So don't be dumb like I was. Make sure you train for whatever it is that you're going for. Williams there. Let's see here. Michael signed up for a 6-hour race in March. Awesome. Which race is it, Michael, if you don't mind saying? 6-hour race. Do you have any aspirations of distance you might try to hit, or what are you doing? Brandon, hey, what's up, Brandon? Thanks for joining, man. I didn't see you come in earlier, but hey, thanks for coming. Going from 20 miles to 50K over the course of a year. Awesome, dude. That's awesome. Love to see so many people get into ultra running. It's been really growing in the last like several years. It's been awesome. So many people doing it. Let's see what race he's doing if he says here. That's too cool though. Oh, Kelly, that's hilarious. Oh man, I think it's Kelly that said that. Let's see. Yeah, it says hi, hot wife. Oh man, that's too funny. Uh, if you guys didn't know, let's see. Michael's doing the endurance trials in Missouri. Awesome. Um, yeah, man, just have fun with it, dude. Just enjoy the experience. If you guys don't know what Kelly, her comment there says hi, hot wife. I'll tell you, I mentioned it in the vlog. I think it published. I think it was the one that published this morning. Um, I had posted a picture of my wife wearing the UltraTrailSteven leggings on Instagram, trying to, get people excited about it. And one of the hashtags I used was hashtag hot wife, just because my wife's hot. I think she looks good in those leggings. Um, Somebody commented on Instagram and was like, "Hey man, are you sure you want to use that hashtag?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. My wife's hot." And he's like, "Well, it might not mean what you think it means. You might want to Google it." And so I Googled it, or actually my wife Googled it because I told her, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, that's not at all what I meant by that." Uh, Apparently, what it means is basically somebody who enjoys, um, I guess, watching. Wasn't that right? Watching their spouse with somebody else, I believe. Yeah, that's as much as I'll say. So We're not into that. So I took that hashtag down real quick and changed it. So it was really funny. William, you're too funny. Michael says, if it goes well, I'm doing a 50-mile in May, 2 days before I turn 40. Awesome, man. Dude, that's so cool. 50-miler in May. That's all cool. So for my buddy's 40th birthday this year, we went and did a 40-mile run in the Smoky Mountains, which was awesome. It was like 10,000 feet of elevation gain, 40 miles through just the beautiful Smoky Mountains. That's something I want to do from like going forward, I think, is do uh, the whatever year I am in miles, go out and the next year I always forget how old I am. It's so crazy. I think I'm going to be 37. I'll be 37. So I'll probably run 37 miles. But it's in January, though, is my birthday. So that's really going to not be as fun. Um, and my wife and I want to do our anniversary. So, like, I got a YouTube video out there from back in September. The first week of September, I believe, is when I published it. But we ran the year, however many years we've been married, we went and ran together. So we did 11 miles together this year on the road, which was a lot of fun. And I think we're going to do that every year. We're going to try and run however many years we're married. Let's just go for a run. So little fun things like that. That's one thing that really I enjoyed a lot this year, mainly due to COVID, but also due to my goals changing a little bit. We're doing more adventure style things, not so many races, but other things, because races are a lot of fun and I enjoy the competitiveness there, but you can still uh, get that same kind of experience in an adventure run. You might not get a medal, you won't get a shirt, but you can still go out and do an awesome epic run. Go to the mountains, go to the road, whatever you want to do. And I did that. This year I did in August. I got a video on YouTube. Check it out, called the Scruffy City Challenge. It was something that some friends put together where they were running at four different park systems in the Knoxville, Tennessee area, because I live a little ways away from that. But there were four parks that they were running at, and they were driving, excuse me, they were driving between each park. So I decided to make it even more crazy and run the four park systems, but also run the road between each park. So it ended up being a 50K on road and a 50K on trail for 100K in August in East Tennessee. So it was like mid 90s, horrible humidity, and it was brutal. But I did it, and it was fun actually. And I hope the YouTube video is good and everybody likes it. So give that a shot. If you want to search for it, I think it's called the Scruffy City Challenge. Let's see, I got some more comments in here. Ultra running is indeed a very strange thing. Yes, ultra runners are weird, strange people. How many people do you know that have fun running, 50 miles, 100 miles, and think that's fun? Let's see here. Michael says, make your birthday run a group run for your channel. Oh, that'd be cool. Like an actual in-person group run, I'm assuming you mean, Michael, or what do you mean? Like a virtual thing, or I don't know. That's a good idea, man. Let's brainstorm. How would that work? I don't know. I gotta put some thought into that. That's a good idea. That's another thing too. You guys, everybody here, y'all are the ones that comment on all my videos basically and watch them. What's some more things that you guys want to see? What's something that you want to see me do? I can't do much running right now or any running really because my ankle. But what other types of videos do you guys want to see? Give me some thoughts, some ideas. Yes, an in-person run. Cool. Yeah, I might do that. Who knows? Hopefully actually, well, yeah, I've got a 50K. That's towards the end of January though. It's in South Carolina. We're doing a 50K then. I've got that. So, but yeah, that's a good idea, man. An in-person group run. Totally cool. All right, I gotta take a drink here real quick. My mouth's getting dry from talking. Pretty central in the country. Make it a destination. Yeah, make it a destination race in Cumberland Plateau, Tennessee. No. How about a virtual backyard this spring? Actually, I got a better one for you, Reto. Um, we put on an event here at my house. And we've been doing it now this was the second year, so it's only been 2 years, but the first year was called the Monotonous 6 Hour. It's a 6 hour event, and I've got 7 acres here, and we have a field, a pasture. Oh, Oh yeah, yeah, okay. My wife's giving me a trying to communicate to me here, but let me show you the hat. All right, so is that hat is the pasture trail that we ran. Super tight. It was a half mile. Um, it was a half mile in a pasture, and it was very windy, loopy like this. And we did that for 6 hours. And the first year we did it in July, and it was again mid 90s. I think I did like 32 miles in that. It was horrible. We've done it 3 years? Oh, we did do it 3 years. This is the third year we've done the race. Sorry, my wife's. um, but anyway, so this year we did it, and we now have a 2 mile loop because my neighbor lets us use his property. And so we have the monotonous, which is the half mile, 4/10 to a half mile in the field, which is crazy. And then we've got about 1.5 mile of single track and double track. And it's pretty. We run a good bit of it around a lake. But anyway, that's to say, Reto, that it's an event that we put out there. It's on Ultra sign up. People can come. In the past couple of years, it's been free. It's just been what's known in the ultra running world as a fat ass, and that is a technical term. But basically, it's an event where friends get together and run and bring food and just hang out. So, um, so basically, what we're thinking of doing for 2021 is turning it into an actual race. Because before it's just been a thing for, a small group of friends getting together, but it's been an ultra signer for people to find. But we're thinking of making it a race and actually having some type of timing. And you guys, all of you, if you're close by or you want to make the trip, come out. Because in years past, it's been always on a birthday of some kind, either my sister's or my wife's, and it's a party. So we run for 6 hours during the day, and then we have a cookout, usually sing karaoke, maybe do some dancing on my deck, and it's just a lot of fun. And people can tent camp in my yard. It's a lot of fun. But this year we're thinking of changing that a little bit to maybe do up to a 24-hour event, so like a 6 hour, 12-hour, 24-hour for really crazy people. But if we do that at that point, we would have to charge for it, and it would be a race at that point. But people can still come and have fun and do all the other fun stuff. So, and then this year we also did it was supposed to be a relay, but we didn't have enough people, so we just had another backyard event, and that was one where anybody could come. It was on Run sign up. It'll probably be there or on Ultra sign up next year if we do it again. And that was a lot of fun. People came. We had a campfire. I made a video just last month. I think it was last month on that one. So you can go check that out. But it was a lot of fun. So yeah, maybe it would be awesome to see some people from the channel come out to that if they want to run and camp. You can turn it into a vacation and go check out Frozen Head State Park or go see Cummins Falls State Park or Cumberland. There's so many different things you can do here and see. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's usually in the end of May or early June, so it'll probably be early June next year, but we'll see. Let's see here. Let's see. How about a virtual backyard this spring? Could get my wife some headphones. Don't get excited about the singing and dancing. Yeah, the singing and dancing is a lot of fun, but I will fully admit that my voice is horrible for singing. I have fun. Don't get me wrong. I sing. I don't care that I sound bad. It usually might take a couple of beers, but um, everybody sings and has a lot. Not everybody. William doesn't sing. We need to get William on the microphone. But it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy karaoke. It's kind of just let go and have some fun. Let's see. John says, I love the backyard trail video. So cool you have that opportunity. Yeah, man, we are very lucky. I've got, like I said, 7 acres, so I cut in about a half a mile of single track trail, and it's not the most challenging, but it's a half mile of trail right outside my door. And the neighbor lets us use, he's got 70 acres, and there was service road on some of it and around a pond, so I cut in some more out there also. So I've got a 2 mile loop I can do, and I might work on it this fall and winter because that's the best time to do it. I might do a cut in some more because I think I could get about 4 miles if I really try, and I've got it plotted out, but it's just a lot of work. So yeah, but we're definitely blessed to be able to have that out our back door so I can do the trail and not have to go run on the road if I want to. But the road out here anyway is so peaceful and quiet. I mean, you'll see more cows than you will cars for sure. Rock says we'll make plans to be there. Awesome. Yeah, dude. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, send a Facebook request and you'll see me post about it as it gets closer, or just look it up on Facebook. It's in Facebook, I think, as the Slightly Less Monotonous 6 Hour, and it is a page you can like and get updates on when we post updates. Kelly says, how about backyard races with your buddies where you do beer, taco, etc. challenges? Oh my gosh, that's a great idea, Kelly, because like whenever we get together, my friend Lee, which has been in a couple of my videos, I think, and my wife, they always have really bad ideas that end up in funny times. Like the first time we did the monotonous, it was my wife's birthday. They ended up doing a beer. It wasn't even a mile. It was like a beer half mile. So I think they ended up drinking like 3 beers and doing it. And then we did the 1 mile around my buddy's house in the dark. Last month, 2 months ago, when I was doing the circumpolar race around the world, that virtual thing. But that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Some funny. I could totally get Lee on board with that. He would absolutely do that, and my wife would. We'd have to do plant-based tacos, obviously, but that'd be really funny. That's a good idea. Uh, all right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up a little bit. We've been going now for an hour and 11 minutes. It's been fun. You guys have been awesome. Just the comments, the questions, everything, the interaction. It's been awesome. I want to do this more going forward. I'm not going to commit to a time right now because I don't know how often I'll do these. Maybe once a month, maybe, twice a month. Who knows? We'll see. And I'd like to have some of you guys on at some point. Talk to some of you guys about races as well. Just whatever. So I'm here to grow the ultra running community, trail running community, and just have some fun. So I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you so much. It means the world that you guys stopped by to share your evening with me for a while. So hope you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow morning I've got a video coming out 8 a.m. So check that out. All right, y'all have a good night. I'll see you later.